terrorism, and of course, safety and welfare, close protection, etc., and so forth.
Can we have the video
acknowledge the presence of His Excellency, the Global President of the Global Clusters, even though I'm still waiting for him to request to be on the panel. Are you still here, Your Excellency?
Hello, I'm here. Can we have the video?
Ambassador Badmus, are you still here?
Yes, I'm here. Can we have the video before you go on?
All right, yeah, because on the StreamYard, it's very, very faint. I can just about hear you. I don't know why.
Okay, let's have the video.
It's very, very faint on the StreamYard. But yeah, is it possible, Ambassador, that you could come in on the TikTok as well? Because at least that way I can hear your voice on both of them, or at least hear your voice on one, because I can't hear your voice at all on the StreamYard. The audio is not doing me any favors.
Oh, all right. Okay, Tennessee, go on do the video thing right now. You understand? I will come in again. I will log out from here, go and join this this thing, TikTok. So, Tennessee, let's have the video.
In a world where threats evolve faster than ever, security is not just a privilege, it's a responsibility. Your knowledge is your shield, your vigilance, the first line of defense. This Saturday, the Global Clusters presents a cinematic session of national importance. From the shadows of terrorism to the realities of local insecurity, from cybercrime to the safety of your own neighborhood. Our world is changing. Our response must be bold. Introducing Colonel Michael Gbenga Oshin, retired, a leader forged in the crucible of military and intelligence command. With decades of field-tested experience, Colonel Oshin delivers actionable insights and strategies you can trust. Learn how to protect your loved ones, your assets, and your future. Don't wait for danger to find you. Stand with those who lead. Be part of the movement that secures and empowers. Join us every Saturday at 9:30 a.m. West Africa time. Arrive with questions, leave with clarity. Security starts with you. Every action you take, every precaution you make strengthens the chain of safety for all. Brought to you by the Global Clusters. Visit theglobalclusters.org. Follow us everywhere at the Global Clusters.
Well, thank you for that, Clusterian Tennessee. I'm actually really chuffed because that is absolutely phenomenal, and this is a testament to the work that's being done here in the clusters. Thank you for the heart me, the testament to the work that's being done in the clusters by all and sundry. Ambassador Badmus, I doff my cap as always. You're ever present. Thank you for this fantastic opportunity that you've given to me personally, elevated me to this stage of what I do here at the clusters. A lot of this is down to you, and I 100% appreciate it, and I think you know that. Saying that, today we have a very, very prominent guest speaker. You see him here as motivator. I know him as Steve. And today he's going to give us a little talk before I get into my stuff. Because Steve is a motivator in about 3 or 4 different areas. He's an author, amongst many things. But today he's gonna enrich our lives with a little talk on leadership today, because as you can see, most of what I do is talk about security. When you do security, and most of my life within my profession, I've had to lead teams. Right. Right. Is it possible, Steve, that you can come on the StreamYard? Big one? The StreamYard.
On several platforms, YouTube and everything. So we want to enjoy everything or else if you want to focus the other camera to him while he's talking.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So it all depends. So I don't know what to it all depends. Somebody can send me because when by the time he's speaking, either we're listening to his voice.
Yeah, Steve, check your Steve. Check your WhatsApp.
I can't do both on here. If can I no. You want yeah, if you send to my email, it will be better, please. So that I can do it on my
Sir? I don't have your email, Steve.
Okay, I'll send it on my WhatsApp.
Yeah, send me your email.
You put it to the front line and is ready to bring in as many as possible. Let's reason together. Let's put um, all of our works together to see the possibility of taking our father's land from where it is to where it ought to be. The whole concept is a very little concept and is the solution to the Nigerian problem. It's about everyone coming together, everyone bringing their knowledge. You understand? Bringing your information, bringing the connection you have in your disposal. Bless you, sir. You know, and we're all bringing all of this together, and we're all shoveling it. For instance, everybody, regardless of who you have something, and that thing that you have, if it's not helping you, we're ready to share something that is helping us with you so that you can take what is helping us and you can use it to help yourself. You understand? So the idea is not about taking what we have.
and just keep quiet. So we want to like say, okay, you bring what you have, we bring what we have, everybody brings what they have together, and we all like, you know, sit down, look at all the everything that we all have, and we're all like, okay, I think this one is working for Badmus. If this is working for Badmus, okay, is this working for Motivator? If this one is working for Motivator, okay, you Tolu, if this one is not working for you, why not drop this and use this method? And that is the idea of the global clusters, and that is why we're all here. It's a platform to learn, relearn, and unlearn, and that is the thing. So, and that is the way forward right now. That is the solution Nigeria needs. We need to rethink and we need to think differently. Everybody needs to think differently. You know, the solution we all crave for is in our hands. While we wait for our guest speaker to come up so that it can be put on the spotlight. So once our guest speaker come up, is Motivator. I don't know the name he uses on the StreamYard. You know, is it Mr. Steve? Yes. So once our guest speaker comes up, then we're going to give the floor to the host to properly introduce him, and we're going to dive into it. So I just use this moment to tell everyone that we're here, and we are a purposeful individual that believes that our nation and our continent can be great again. And we believe in the mantra by the 001 Global Security Cluster, and said, though Trump said, make America great again, but he said it loudly and said he's ready, being one of the senior citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to make Nigeria and Africa great again. So, having said that, and we believe in it, and this meeting has come to stay. This is going to metamorphose to an institute, going to metamorphose to a great thing. We're going to be producing quality and accurate security personnel in different areas of life through this platform. And our vision is that we're going to have a global security village where people can learn anything about security, and it's going to be domiciled in our nations. We're going to have security academy, you know, to train people through this one cluster, the global security cluster. We're going to have 001 in continental 001 in each continent. We're going to have national 001 under the global 001 security cluster. We're going to have a 001 in every state, 001 in every local government, 001 in every ward, even on every street, because the idea is that we want to train, we want to pass the knowledge forward. And today, as you all know, there is no time you come for any of the global clusters meeting that you go back the same. You know, you are about to be added onto today. And I think our guest speaker is ready. And I want to hand over the button to the 001 Global Security Cluster of the Global Cluster, that is retired Sir Michael Gbenga Oshin. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah.
Build a security knowledge and education in my father, and basically, what does that mean for me? What that basically means for me is security being my first love and my passion. I want to try as best possible to motivate people to think security, think safety, to think not just on their feet, but with their hearts and minds as well, with regards to security. Where, as His Excellency has said, the plan is to start establishing a lot of security so in the proper way. Today, I have brought along with me a very dear friend, and you'll be seeing a lot of my very dear friends over the course of the weeks and months ahead. And today, my friend, you see him as motivator. I call him Steve. His name is Steve Kolari. We're family, but we also graduated from the same university. He was my president, Students' Union, and he left the job for me when he left. But here we are again, working together as a team to try and create better people, and better citizens. So today, Steve is going to talk to us. Before I forget, Steve is an author. He's written various books covering a lot of the stuff that he's going to be talking to us about. And today, he's talking about leadership. So I'm going to invite Steve onto the floor to bless us with his wealth of knowledge on leadership, and I hope it blesses you as much as it's going to bless me. Steve, over to you.
Thank you. Good morning, my brother. I call him. He's my brother. Our family, we've grown up since long time ago, and we went to the same uni as well. The same with Sky Diva. We went to the same uni. Thank you for the introduction. I'm honored. Thank you. I thank everybody on the line. Thank you for bringing me onto this platform. I'm very grateful. I really appreciate. Please, today's topic. I don't know if you can see me on the stream thing because it just disappeared just now on my screen.
We can't see you.
I don't know how to do it because it just went off now and some other software there. Please, how many? How many minutes am I given?
Say again?
How many minutes do you give me to speak? I don't want to go beyond.
Hold on, it's a serious echo here.
You can hear yourself.
Somebody
Because you have two or three electronics together. Try to switch one off or take one to another.
Are we good now?
we are going to talk about.
Your Excellency, sir, I think the feedback is coming from your side.
Chris, the freedom is coming. The feedback is coming from your end.
Colonel, please mute the TikTok.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, Colonel.
Good morning, and thank you for allowing me to speak.
All right.
Today, we are going to talk about strategic leadership and management, leading people and businesses efficiently. So I welcome us to this course on strategic leadership and management, leading people and business effectively. In today's rapid evolving landscape, we need to equip and blend ourselves to be a visionary leader and solid management practice to endeavor to make sure that we sustain and we drive a sustainable success for our leadership. I go into it. It is 6 modules, but we can't finish the 6 modules today. So we start with the foundation. I wish I can just do the presentation. Zoom will be the best. Zoom will be the best. Please, can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, carry on, Steve. We can hear you.
With the course outline, we are going to discuss about how to equip ourselves, strategic management. We have 6 modules in this. We can't finish it. The first one is the foundation of strategic leadership. What is strategic leadership? The characters of strategic leadership, the difference between the leaders and the managers. We need to talk about vision, the mission, our vision, our mission, and the value that we are propagating. The theories behind it, because for me, I like to research into theories, into models, into principles. The transformational leaders theory, the 5 leadership by Jim Collins, and then the 5 practice of exemplary leadership by Kanzer and Panzer. Those are the people that have actually the models and the theories are from them. So we go into it. So development of communication and compelling vision. What is our vision? What is our mission? What are we driving at? Is there value to you? Because it has to be win-win. You win, I also win. So if I don't win, you are not passing any value to people. So empowerment, how are we empowering ourselves? The modules that we are going to use, how are we leading? Are we leading by example? So now I'm going. Foundation of the strategic leader. What is a strategic leader? A strategic leader is a person that can influence others to take decision. that can enhance a long-term success by sustainable to organization. So like this global cluster that we are doing now, is it going to be after us, after 15 years, 20 years, 100 years? Is it going to be sustainable? Are we looking? And then every action has to be aligned to the mission of Global Costa, to the vision of Global Costa, and the core value. What is the core value? Our leadership skill. Are we influencing people? Are we visionary enough? Are we developing people? These are the things we are going to talk about. So in this, the key characteristics of strategic leadership: vision orientated. You have to have vision. Like the global president has said, I've been here about 3 times now. Most of the things is a vision driven person. He always look at in 10 years time, in 50 years time. He's looking forward. Is a vision. My brother too, Michael Oshin, is a vision driven person. He's talking about security. So forward thinking. Are we thinking forward? We are not going to be here forever. Are we going to live it? Who are we living it to? Decision and analytic. How are we analyzing things? Our data. We need to collect data. The judgment, the things we hold. Our principle, collaboration and empowerment. Are we collaborating with other groups? Are we facilitating ourselves? Ethnic and purpose driven. Is this balance? Is it something that is purposeful? I don't know if you are getting anything. Please, I need your feedback. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you, Madam President.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you. Strategic leadership and operational leadership. What is the difference between them? Because we are talking about leadership. The most important thing in Africa, we don't have the credibility. Most of the people, we have, but not many people have that. Because this has to sustain us. Strategic and operational leadership. What is the difference? Long-term direction for strategic, and operational is short-term execution. So we have to have all this leadership. They are the one that will take us. So we have to emphasize on the vision, the innovation for strategy, and the alignment of what we are doing. Like now we are taking it to different fronts, to different platform for people to join us, people in the diaspora, people back home, people all over the world, just to know how we can influence our generation. The next one, efficiency, control, and the result. Are we producing the results that we have? Then we have to, in all this, there are challenges, there are complexity, there are environment we need to break through. So the day-to-day functioning, are we functioning well? Is it something that we want to align with? So now, why does it matter? We need to navigate some uncertainty and the rapid change. Things are moving fast. Things are moving rapidly. We need to align, and our teams have to be on point around to share goals, to drive our goal, to share our momentum, to be able to move into the cluster that we're supposed to, driving sustainable growth and competitive advantage. Most of these places that we are going into, there will be some, if Ghana and Nigeria and Togo, Benin, all these places, we have some people from Nigeria origin that are there. We need to get them aboard as well. We need to tell them what we are doing. We need to ensure long-term relevance and impact. Are we in the I had a Sky discussing about something she discussed on our platform, very, very relevant. Are we in today's world? Are we relevant? We are talking about security. How can we manage it? Security is a complex issue. How are we going down to it? Are we really strategizing ourselves? Are we really focusing on the things that are essential? What are the traits? The traits of this leadership. We have to be visionary thinkers. We need to be decisive. We need to be adaptable, because there are some people that are going to be rigid. In our communities, some people, they are very rigid. We need to have a strong communication. Our communication skill, we need to be able to speak to both the higher level and the lower level, the medium level, the different people, even people on the street, people that are in the marketplace. We need to be able to bring, and then we need to have empathy for everybody, because they need to know that we really care about them. Emotional intelligence. We need to understand the message which we are, the emotional message that we are passing across, to foster trust. We need to foster trust from other people. System, our system of thinking. How are we processing it? Our organization, innovative mind. We need to come up with different innovation. We need to come up with apps. Nowadays, people are using apps. We need to we need to implement so many apps to help people. To help. And these young people nowadays is online now, even in Nigeria. We need to have some apps that can help people. Integration and ethnics, our ethnicity. We need to use this to facilitate everybody together, because in this, we need to collaborate. Everybody has a place. Developing our strategic mind. What strategy? Our mind. How are we going to develop it? To cultivate a strategic thinking and leadership mind, we need to focus, number one. What is the big picture? What are we looking ahead? The prospect, what are we getting to? We need to evaluate everything. Continuous learning. We need to learn from our mistake. Continuously doing it. There are softwares, there are apps that we can use. Nowadays, there are even things that we can use to elevate people, to help people along, so that they will know that we are genuine. Scenario planning. We are talking about security. If there's lapse of security in a place, we need to devise a scenario. In the army, they do this a lot. Some people will go and spy the place. You will go, you will send mission. So many, like 3 different levels. I don't want to go into that because of the platform we are. So many levels. We need to go strategically mission. Like, so many people. Like nowadays, if I tell you all these Okada riders that are from Hausa places, they are spies looking into our into different, and you see this Hausa people going into different, they know they are Okada, because Okada goes into every single place. They are the spies. They are the, because in the army we have the foot soldiers, we have the artillery soldiers, and we have the air control soldiers. So all this thing, I don't want to go too much into this, but so many things we are talking about security, even cyber security is part of it. All these things are moving now. So cross-functional collaboration. How can I engage in diverse teams? How can I gain various prospects and insights into different things? If you are in finance, because we need money for this thing. How can we get into finance? How can we get into implementation? How can we get into agriculture? We're talking about food scarcity. It is security. If they cannot eat, if they don't have enough food, obviously they would not participate. An hungry man cannot function well. So how are we cross-collaborating? Reflective practice. Periodically, we need to assess the decision, our outcome, improve further strategies on how to do things. Risk awareness. These people are there. You see certain people, I'm not going to go into certain things. There are so many things. There are so many things that are lapsing. They will say it, report it, and something will be done about it. If you see something strange, there is something called neighborhood watch around in London or even anywhere in the UK. You know, this is we should have a neighborhood watch. That's number one. The goal, our goal, is it aligned? We need to ensure all our activities contribute to the overall strategic objective that we are having. Sorry, I just so the example of strategic leaders in action, transformational change. There are sometimes you need to transform things. Crisis navigation change, innovational champions. Sustainable focus. We need to have sustainability. Okay, in our country, there's no electricity. If there is electricity, but it's being restricted. We need to, in England, even in America, if you go to California, in the desert of California, all these northern states here, we can put solar garden, solar farms. And there we have mountains. We have so many mountains. Thermal energy. We can derive thermal. The heat from the there are the heat from the mountain can power it. What about wind energy? Over here there's wind turbine all over. When you are flying, when you are coming from Stansted, flying down to the UK, you can see the wind farms. All these things, we have all the energy, we have the money, we can. Merger and acquisition. How are we leading, integrating, and aligning into cultures, into systems, into strategies? Our goal. We need to begin to penetrate. That is why there are some people, I really like them so much. They know how to penetrate, and you will never hear anything from them. The Awusas, very good. They will plan like 50 years. They will just be implemented. Visionary, like I said, decisive. So these are the characters of the leaders that we're supposed to have. We need to focus. We need to appreciate what we have. And the time horizon. How long are we? Is it for a long time? In finance, we have something. If you are going into investment, there is short-term investment. There is long-term. There is medium-term investment. There is long-term investment. Are we having a short-term? Our short-term, is it leading to medium-term? Our medium-term, is it leading to a longer term? Is it continuous? We need to have continuous. Our key skills. What is our skills? We have security. We should have agricultural. We should have so many people. Leadership. We should have teachers. We should have leaders. We should have so many people in different places, different clusters. So now I get into our vision and our mission and the value. What is it? Our vision now, what is it? A future-oriented statement. We need to make a mission. What is our mission? As individual, you need a mission. Because we need to be aligned to what everybody, we have a giant inside of us. And the giant needs to come out. That giant, if he's given a responsibility, the giant can fly. But because we are not identifying to our purpose, that is why we are doing what we're not supposed to. Is for us to make with statement. I'm a leader. I'm born to rule. I will be there. I am there. make it. I'm here. I'm resilient. Myself planning arena in the financial arena. If you have winner people, examples, global leaders in sustainable and global leader in export. Okay, if you create, if not, anyway, let's move on. Mission. What is our mission?
Yeah, what is? Wàhálà nìyẹn ìyá ẹ máa ń ṣe ẹgbẹ́ ló pè ló kó wá ló wá pè bóyá kó tó rìn láti ilé ọpẹ sí ilé ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ tó ṣe jókòó nìyẹn nínú ọmọ èsì ẹ̀kọ́ tètè rọọṣì rọọṣì tó ṣàṣe.
But in our society, it's like 1%. Innovation, respect, sustainability. So I go into the theory, but we don't have the time for theory. Transformational leadership. Thank you very much for allowing me.
Sorry, Steve. Can I just?
And then other ones will be another day. We have 6. Thank you very much. I've finished. Thank you, sir. I hope you enjoy.
Yes, we do.
You said 30 minutes. 30 minutes is over. Is just now. Thank you, sir.
Well,
Chris, sorry, before you come back on, your other device, the volume has to be turned all the way down. So not this one that you're speaking from is fine, but your other device that's in that room with you, you need to turn the volume all the way down.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Right, excellent.
Loud and clear.
Yes,
Right.
we can hear you.
Right, I'd like to thank.
No.
I'd like to thank Steve for that introductory.
You have to increase one and turn down one. Turn down the StreamYard totally and increase the volume of the TikTok.
Right, okay, bear with me.
Hello, sir.
Can you hear me now?
We can barely hear you.
Right, bear with me.
Can you hear me now?
Perfect. Yes.
Right, excellent. Yeah, thank you very much, Steve. That was very, very invaluable. And as I said when we started this is Steve's day one. We're going to be bringing in a lot more motivational speakers on this platform, so that it's not just myself that you keep hearing every Saturday morning. This is part 1 of Steve's talk on leadership. It's not going to happen overnight, and it's not going to happen all in one day. But yeah, Steve, thank you so much. I already knew what kind of what kind of a speaker you are, and I already knew what you were bringing to the table. Before we move on, do we have any questions from anybody? Because it's always nice to get some feedback from whoever's watching, so that we know that we understand what's being said, and that Steve hasn't just been talking over the mic, and everyone is just sitting there. So if there's any questions, please table the questions to Steve, so that at least we can try and address some of the areas that people aren't too sure about. So the floor's open for questions. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Master Genie, are you there?
Yes, I'm here with you, sir.
Hello, Master Genie.
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Can you hear me?
Master Genie, you
I'm
are
not going to
muted
bring
on
the
the
global
TikTok.
president in
I
just
think we
yet,
can only
because
hear you on the
I've
TikTok.
always found that the global president summing up at the end of every talk is always masterful, and it's fantastic and very uplifting. So for now, let him stay. Yeah, the principles of leadership, how we become leaders, and how we lead, and how we try as best possible to motivate not just ourselves but each other. It's always good when you have a goal, right? Every one of us, when we were born and growing up, you are surrounded by people, whether good or bad. You're surrounded by influences, whether good or bad. But then at a point in your life, you make certain decisions. You have decisions to make. You have choices to make. And one of those choices that you have to make is, what road are you going to go down? Right? And how do you plan to go down that road? Now, I, as always, have said, I feel blessed in the sense that all my life I've been surrounded by different types of people from different walks of life. Good people, bad people, dodgy people, straight people, but I've been surrounded by them. And all my life I've had decisions to make, and those decisions center around, do I want to go down this path, or do I want to go down that path? And sometimes the decisions that you make, nobody can make these decisions for you. Only you can make these decisions for you, But the decisions that you make, you have to make them realizing that this is a decision that could impact on the rest of your life, either good or bad. These decisions will impact on your life. Now, over the last week or so, I think we're all aware that we've been losing a lot of our elder statesmen in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We've got kings who are resting in peace. We've got former heads of state who are resting in peace. And there's been warnings of more to come. But the way I look at it is this: they've done their bit, right? You can praise them, you can laud them, or you can cuss them, or you can say bad things about them. But the bottom line is, number one, they're not going to hear you. And number two, they've done their bit and they've gone. Now is our time, right? Now is our time to now lay down our legacy, right? It's our time now to lay down our legacy. Now, we're all, I hope, clusterians, right? Now, when you join an organization, no matter how big or how small, what should be going on in the back of your mind is, in about five to are for you. What they're looking to do are safe. And you've had these 2 and over the next 3 years to have established myself properly in the Federal Republic of Nigeria with a school and possibly with a certified qualification whereby people will learn right from grassroots safety to diploma level security in whatever field. Now, today I've got Sky, who is like, you know, she's an absolute darling. You know, another person that's very close to me. Now, Sky, is she still there? Are you still there, Sky?
Yes, I'm here.
Are you there?
Yes, so.
Right, now, Sky, you've heard Steve this morning and you've heard a little bit of what I've had to say. Do you have any insight into anything that's been said this morning?
Way to put someone on the spot. Good morning again. I kind of fell off just before you started because I was also having some issues with the internet. But I came back on and I did hear most of what Steve had to say. And of course, everything he had to say resonates. And I remember I was having a conversation with him. As you know, I'm sure nobody noticed, but Motivator here is a very type person. He was trying to figure out which topic to speak on today, and I told him, you have the skills, you have a wealth of knowledge, pick whatever, it doesn't matter. Whatever you pick, you will be sharing part of this vast knowledge that's in your head with us, and we would really appreciate it. And I think initially he struggled because it was just like, actually he came back and he was like, okay. And he came on today and I'm really impressed, but I didn't expect any different. We know him and we know that he can do it. And he just needs a little push in the right direction sometimes to do what he knows how to do best and what he was put on this earth to do. Points of correction for you, sir. When you were talking about dearly departed as of late, kings don't die. They just move on. So you said some kings did not die. But I accept that's Yoruba culture. We don't see that.
Well, I'm still learning the culture.
I know you're not one of us. We just accept it like that. So I just want to say thank you so much. Kilo D. Thank you. I really thank you for coming through. I really appreciate you. I knew you would. I knew you would come here and you would stun us all. And I'm so proud of you. And I'm so glad that you have chosen to be a part of this platform, and I hope that with even the little that you have witnessed so far, that you are willing to jump on board and just get your knees, as they say, knees deep into the whole thing and join us in moving this forward. Now, everything you've had to say today, like I said, resonated with me. I appreciate you. I appreciate the nuggets that you dropped today. I just wanted to add that, for me, always, I know everyone wants to be a leader. Everyone wants to be on the top. But I also tell people that when you talk about leadership,
You dropped off there, Scott.
Lead
It's breaking.
Sky, you're dropping off.
I think there's distortion.
Yeah, she's in Nigeria.
Ah, okay. Welcome. Welcome. Networking will go.
We have the best internet in Nigeria. Come over.
When you show people that they're not alone in whatever they're going them on your side. So I think it is really, really talking about we also need to talk about having that.
Hey, Sky, I don't know where you are in the house. Sky, if you can hear me. Sky, can you hear me? Sky, can you hear me? Oh dear.
Position from them.
Sky, can you hear me?
Yes, now I can. Sorry about that.
Yeah, because
internet is a bummer.
We actually didn't hear a word of what you said, and it sounded like it sounded really good, but you didn't get to hear because your network. I don't know. Were you moving around because it was just cutting you right out?
Actually, I was not moving around, but I do know that there are issues with my internet. It's just because of where I am. If you can hear me better now, I'll try and just.
We know. If you could just. We are aware that you are in one of the best countries in the world. We are aware that you are in one of the best countries in the world, and we know we have the best internet in the world. So we are aware that is number one in the whole wide world on earth, the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Go ahead. We are enjoying all the up and downs and everything. We enjoyed it. Go ahead, please.
But can I also say that Mommy Joy is having issues with her internet, and she's in the King's Land. I still say the Queen. She's in the King's Land, so it's not only me. Please, it's not only me.
Mommy Joy is using like a mobile. That's why it's not. Is equally dancing the way it was supposed to. So it's okay.
Exactly.
It's fine.
It's impartial. It's impartial. So Steve, I want to thank you. That was how I started, because I know that he does this not very willingly, but he's really good at it. He has a vast wealth of knowledge, information, skill in anything you can think about, really, but he just does not like public speaking, and I don't know why, because he's really good at it. So thank you for today. Thank you for doing this, and I hope that by the end of today, you will have joined in. So just saying is that a few things that he touched on. He talked about empathy and he talked about leadership, and those two things really resonate with me. Before you can go out there and say you want to lead, you have to have the heart of a servant. So that's why I always talk about servant leadership. You have to have a heart of service in order to lead people, because if you understand and you can empathize and you feel them, it's easier for them to listen to you and do as you say. Because also, we talk sometimes and we act it, but we want people to do what we're telling them and not what we're doing ourselves, and that also is wrong. So for me, I think it's really, really, really important that we humble ourselves. Just because you feel like you're in a position of power and someone is beneath you, don't think you can't learn from that person. For me, everywhere I go, I always go with an open mind, with an open heart, that I'm going to learn something today. That's how I live my life. And I do learn from people. Right now, they just always crowd me. So she heard what was going on. She was like, oh, what are you guys talking about? And that was it for her. So like I was telling you guys in the other room the other day, not that other room, but in my room, that what you do resonates. You will come full circle. You may not live to witness it, but you will. What you do resonates. The way you live your life makes a difference. And I just want all of us to be conscious of that. And even if you don't have a title in front of your name, know that somebody is looking at you. Know that somebody is watching you. Know that somebody is trying to replicate what you're doing. So she was not invited. She was eavesdropping as usual, being in my business, and she's still here. But what we were saying, she heard Steve speaking, and that really, really resonated. And she asked me, like, can I join the live? And I said, yeah, why not? But she said, oh, but it's something professional, like for work. I said, no, it is professional, but it's not work professional. But you can join in and learn. And, I'm so glad that she did join. She learned something, this resonates. And, I'm praying and hoping that everyone that was in here today, everyone that's listening, that something, at least something here today resonated with you. Take something away from this today and you personalize it and you choose to do something with it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sky. This is what I'm saying. A lot of the time, or should I say there's an old saying that says, show me your friends. And it tells me a lot, or it tells me what I need to know about who you are. Yourself, Steve, it's been a minute, and people can see, and people are beginning to see that, within our little cluster, we have people here who are of the same mindset, and that mindset is build, progress, develop, build some more, and achieve. And the final part of that jigsaw is success. I am always proud to say that, being headhunted by His Excellency, was probably to connect with persons like yourself and Steve again, on something very, very positive, and I give glory to God, and I'm so proud, especially of you, Steve. I'm so proud of the way you've come in, despite the fact that, yes, you're not really a public speaking person, but your wealth of knowledge and the confidence that I've always known that you have got anyway, has shone through, and it always will do. So thank you very much, Sky. As always,
thank you, my brother, and thank you, my sister from another mother. Thank you.
And Sky, you're Sky. When God made you, He threw away the cast, and we know this. We know this. I want to bring in Master Genie. Are you there, sir? Master Genie, are you with us? Or
yes, I'm with you, sir.
How are you, sir? Yes, I'd like to hear from you today. Speak to us. Bless us with some more of your fantastic wisdom. Based on leadership and what's your view and your idea of leadership, and how in this new normal, because this is our new normal. This is what we're building up. How would you advise us, taking into consideration or taking account of some of the things that Motivator has said this morning?
Thank you very much, our 001 security cluster of the global clusters. I really appreciate the opportunity given out to me, sir. Thank you very much.
Master Genie, please, the other device, just kill the volume, please. The other device, kill the volume.
Yes, I've done that, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Go
Sorry
ahead,
about
sir.
that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you, our guest speaker, Mr. Stephen, known as Motivator. Thank you very much, our global president, Ambassador Dr. Adekunle Badmus. And thank you, the previous speaker, Sky Oliver. One of the things she said about the leadership and one of the strategic to use in this new normal is to offer service to people, and then they will see the leadership in you, because it's a natural system in people that are born to be a leader. But in this new normal, we have to come to the certificate we are also shouting about, to know how to implement the new technology, the new systems in the leadership to make life easy. For example, to speak as a leader, AI can help you, bring the best out of you as a leader. And he mentioned something about the difference between leadership and operational leadership.
This works.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, carry on.
Yes, he mentioned about the difference between leadership and operational leadership. And that's where what Skylova mentioned was very it caught my attention. Like, if our leaders are ready to serve with us, we can take from what they have so that we too can pass it on to the younger ones these days, then that's how the leadership strategy will not die, like what the speaker said. That is it going here 20 years later? So yes, everything he has said today, I will beg everyone that is listening now or that will listen later to information fully. We get the rest from it. We should not look down on anybody, and like don't now teaching our younger ones or the grown-up ones the skills that they lack, that we can all use to collaborate together, in knowledge. Because for developing any country, we have to develop our mind, appreciate what you're doing. Once everybody time to share their own knowledge on this your platform. And we believe if we continue doing this will help the younger ones to help us in this evangelism of the new normal, and making sure we thrive as a Nigerian, as African, in everywhere we are. We should be able to collaborate and be able to show our younger ones the sign of leadership that people really know about being African. The fairness, the goodness, the integrity. So thank you very much for this opportunity. I want everyone to make sure that they learn from today's strategical leadership and understand how we need to be able to show the leadership in us and implement the new strategy that will help the leadership work easier. Thank you very much.
Simply marvelous, as always. As always, it's certificate, because we, as my president would say, if you don't sabi, right, then then you're wasting your time. You can go on and start trying to educate other people.
You know, it is your knowledge, you know, and your experience that you're going to impart onto other people, right? And it is not just your knowledge and your experience, it is the way you conduct yourself that people see. When I met the global president, His Excellency, Dr. Colonel Michael, I wasn't working security. It was likewise, it is the way you go out there and project whatever it is that you do, how you do it, that people will then come back to you asking questions and wanting to know, you know, becoming interested in what you do. At this point, I'm going to bring in Mummy Jer because you know, this is the team. These are the regulars. Mummy Jer, over to you. You know, I want to hear a few words of wisdom from yourself today.
Good morning, everybody. My connection has not been the greatest this morning. A lot of what you were saying has been cutting in and out. But from everything everyone has been saying this week, and also taking back from the last week as well, for me, what the cluster is about is educating everybody, myself included, from the top down, that we all have a niche, we all have a skill, we all have something that we bring and we can share and we can use it to elevate others. Just because all I know how to do is cook does not mean I'm not able to make an impact, because I will be able to talk to someone who's a farmer and talk about like his side of things and how that helps me in my job. I'll be able to talk to a waitress and how that helps them react to a customer. If you're a teacher, you're learning for yourself, you're teaching the staff members that are working with you, you're educating the next generation. Everybody in this cluster has their niche. And because we all have our niche and all our niches are connected, we have this community. And because of the community,
Have we lost her?
hello?
There she is.
We're talking about agriculture and how we need to build that industry back up again, because it was looked down upon. Everyone wants to be, you know, the next big thing online and be the next viral, whatever. But the point that was made earlier was that everybody has leadership skills. So it doesn't matter what your field is, you have leadership skills. So therefore you can empower those around you. And the cluster is giving people the opportunity to build their confidence and to show their skill and to also make an impact in our environment. I'm so thankful to Sky Diva all over the globe for introducing me back to you and to that today morning, because it made me think about not just how I'm impacting the world, but how I can help my son impact on his journey as well. And we have further generations in our family that we can also impact. But it also means that we're also making an active difference in society right now. We're empowering those that are willing to learn. If you're willing to learn, you can maybe people are too set in their ways and they're used to a way of life or change now. One person can make the difference. And we brought up Traore last week and said, this is one person that just stood his ground. And as you're saying, integrity is important. If you do the same thing behind closed doors that you do in front of everybody, that is more of a power move than if you're pretending to be the big man when everybody's around and then you're like doing dirty deeds behind closed doors. Because the impact will be felt for further generations. Integrity, as you said, is priority. You have to have integrity in everything that you do. So whether you are sweeping the streets or a police officer or you're leading a company, you have to have integrity because that's what everybody sees. People see your actions, and when the people are no longer here, the generations that left, the one thing is we always remember, it's either we remember them for being good or remember them for being bad. There's no other. And for me, I was like, with my dad, the one thing that kept resonating when he passed away countless people would call me. They would, like my sister would bump into people on her travels. And the one thing they kept saying, as soon as they heard his name and realized who we were, was he made an impact. He was for, encouraging people. He was for educating. He was for education. He was for literacy. He was for empowering people. And for me, like that legacy is something I want to continue. That legacy is something that I want to be, when future generations, if our family name ever comes up anywhere, it's that legacy of they were adamant about literacy. They were adamant about education on all levels. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be a lawyer. Whatever you do, be educated in your field. Be the best in your field. Be able to make an impact on those around you. Be able to make an impact on society positively, so that everybody behind you wants to strive to be like you and also make an impact. And then their names are remembered for good. Because there's no point being on this earth 24 hours a day and then you leave and there's nothing to remember you by because you were not good to people, because you didn't respect people, because you didn't value people, because you just thought, hey, I'm in here for myself. If you're in here for yourself, you're not part of the world, you're not part of society. And the cluster and just Sky's community that I've been part of, my community, we're all about community. We're all about building up each other. We're about teaching the future generations. I know I'm rambling, I do apologize. But it's about teaching the future generations and empowering each and every person, whether you're neurodiverse or not, whether you are school educated or you've just learned using your skills. It doesn't matter. Everybody needs to be able to make an impact positively in this world.
It's not even about the rambling. What it is, at the moment, a lot of us, like Steve this morning, are being put on the spot. And the thing is, if and as a lot of people know, every single day we have a mind surgery in the clusters. His Excellency does this fantastic thing whereby he will look at everyone that's in the room and he will give you at least 5 to 10 minutes to pour your heart out of the things that are going on around you or that you've observed going on around you that week or that day. And it is so beautiful because I think in some of the mind surgeries he even does giveaways to people who he asks questions to and they get it right. Eventually we're going to get to that point. I mean, I think Sky is already doing something like that on for her subscribers. But we'll get there. But the bottom line is this. In the world of security, we in the cluster want to be pioneers and shining examples of how things are done right. In His Excellency the Global President, we have an innovator, who is striving hard to make sure that exactly that happens. I think now I'm going to bring in His Excellency because whenever he speaks, I always have to sit here and put my ears up because I know that something in there is actually going to help me this week to achieve something new or hit another goal, knowingly or unknowingly. So, ladies and gentlemen, he is the global president. He is a UN ambassador. He's my mentor. He's Sky's boss. And he's a brother, a father, an uncle to all of us. Your Excellency, the global president of the global clusters, Dr. Adekunle Badmus. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, sir.
Excellent morning, excellent afternoon, excellent evening to you all. Thank you, my great brother, retired Sir Colonel Michael Gbenga Oshin, the 001 Global Security Cluster of the Global Clusters. I celebrate you a lot. I appreciate what you're doing to humanity. And I want to thank our guest speaker today, Motivator, for coming by to share from your wealth of knowledge. We're not taking it for granted.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And we want your full name so that we can send a certificate of appreciation to you for coming by to share from your wealth of knowledge. I will be picking from what he has said, and I'll be elaborating more. For instance, when I see some of my friends teach, I was like, because you know it, you understand what he said, but a lot of people don't understand it. I was talking about leadership, and a lot of people think, even in our father's land. As a matter of fact, it's a good topic that we have picked because I've always argued with a lot of people about this leadership thing. Everyone thought it's the people that have money, or is someone that is in a place, maybe by position, CEO, that is the only person in place of leadership. You understand? I would take us to the roots. We all led from the womb. We were number one. Biology made us to understand that when the sperm was released, it was millions. So we came first. So every human being on earth is a leader. I want Mommy Gia, please, the review. We need a review of today's meeting so that it can be turned to AI video so that it can be sent out to people again. A 3 minutes review, because a lot of people might not be able to stay for like 2 hours to be watching. But we want a review of today's meeting. Key points based on what Motivator said, and Sky, my PA, Master Genie, the moderator, and yourself and myself. You understand? Just little 2 points. So we are all leaders. Do you need a good leader? It's you. You got to fix yourself first. Only offer your but the log of wood in your own eyes, you have to remove it first. We led from the very first time while we were being formed. We were actually formed because we actually came to being because we are leader. We led because we came from a sperm mixing with a egg. So, the way it comes to fertilize that egg, you were number one. You were leading the other sperm. If it were those in biology now, they will have called it the right name, spermatozoa or something. You understand? I'm sorry, I'm an academician, I'm an educationist, but you were number one. I'm a teacher, and I want to, just take from the inspiration of our guest speaker today, Motivator. I want everybody listening, or the people that will listen, I know this will be there for record purpose, for even children yet unborn to know that they were leading from the womb. When you came on earth, you thought, you know, that it's not your place. It depends on whether you're a cleaner, whether you're a farmer, whether you're a barber, whether you're a plumber, whether you're a mechanic, whether you're a lawyer, you're an engineer, regardless of your profession, or you're a security man, you thought that is actually what place you where you are supposed to be, whether you're a leader or not. No, 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 no. You were leading from the womb. We need you to work on yourself and discover your purpose. Discover why you led from the womb. Discover it. Why is it that you came to being? Because others crashed, other spermatozoa crashed, and they could not form anything. You were the one that formed that bee because you led from the womb. So why did I lead from the womb? Why did it happen to me? There was another sperm beside me. Why didn't that one overtook me? Why is it that I'm the one that actually fertilized the egg? It's a question you need to ask yourself. What's my purpose on earth? We're talking about leadership. We have not moved away from there. And we're making every living being to know that they are all leaders. Let Peter Obi lead us. Let this one lead us. Let that one lead us. Excuse me. You are a leader. You are a leader. As little as it were, if you hello, sir. It's our beautiful country, and it's really great to be here. So as I was saying, I'm coming there. And how do you get to discover yourself? Some of you are on the FYP and you're walking by. You're like, oh, these people are not catching cruise. I'm looking for a place to catch cruise. My brothers and sisters, life is more than catching cruise. Life is more than catching cruise. You really need to understand some salient things about yourself. You need to understand the fact that the reason why you're existing. Why are you existing? Why were you giving birth to? Why is it that they didn't make mistake? You understand? During your birth. Why is it that you survive childhood? You need to understand these things. You need to ask yourself this question. Kilo did if you survive childhood? You know, some road that some people plow. I plowed it and, you know, I survived it. Why did I survive it? Why? Why did I survive it? Why did I make it? What happened? Why did my parent, why were they able to take care of me? You know, why was I even giving birth to that family? What's my purpose in the family? Don't be me see. Kí ló tó fi bí mi síbẹ̀? Kí ni iṣẹ́ tó fẹ́ kí n wá ṣe níbẹ̀? Kí ni assignment mi lórí ilẹ̀ alàyè yìí gangan? Why don't you be me see me? Why don't you be me see Nigeria? Why don't you be me see Odo Mama Gia or Atlanta? Not a PM. Why? Why? Why am I not born a Frenchman? Why am I born in Nigeria? Why don't you be me see Shomolu? Why don't you be me see Shomolu? All of these are the salient questions you need to ask yourself. You need to be down to earth to yourself, and you need to ask yourself a very serious question. And the reason for these questions is because you demand an answer. You demand to know why you are existing. A lot of people don't ask this question. A lot of people don't ask themselves these salient questions. If you ask yourself this question, you will be able to guide yourself. You'll be able to actually the answers, and you need to answer yourself sincerely. Why am I even the firstborn? Why am I the secondborn? Why am I the thirdborn? What is the reason behind my existence on earth? Why am I still living? After all, even Jesus Christ left at 3.5 years. You understand? Why am I even older than you know, some other people? Some people die at age 5. Some die at age 10. Some died at age 15. Why am I still existing? Kí ló dé tí mo ṣe wà láyé? Kí ló dé tí mo ṣe wà láàyè?
Sky, what have you done to your boss?
Patience, we'll be back.
Kí ló dé tí mo fi wà láyé? Kí ló dé tí mo fi wà láàyè? Àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ yìí, I know what I'm saying now. Some people are now asking, am I really fulfilling purpose? Now if you don't know before that you are a born leader, you are a leader. And I've proved it to you that because millions in also one biology, millions in on top one side eré ìje náà sá o. Wọ́n wá ní ìwọ ló fertilize egg yẹn nítorí ló ṣe wà láyé. Millions kò ń ṣe 100 o. Ẹ mọye 1, 2, 3 kíyàn máa kà kíyàn tó kan 100, kíyàn tó kan 200, kíyàn tó kan 300, kó tó kan 500, kó tó kan 1000, 2000. Ẹ mọye tí ó bá kó kíyàn bá ní kọ́ lọ kókòtà 1000 wà. Ẹ mọ ẹni tó bá máa ka gan is going to spend some time on it to count it. So because we need to understand this nitty-gritty, because a lot of times we push blame to this one, we push blame to that one. I was homeless 25 years ago, practically homeless, a Shomolu boy, squatting, squat in the church, squat in the office, squat in the friend's place, humiliated. Sometimes wọn rántí pé mo lọ squat lọ́dọ̀ ìgbọ́n dádì mi kan wọ́n ní kí n sùn sílẹ̀ lẹ̀ kí n máa gbálẹ̀. Kí ló dé tá fi dá ẹ? Kí ló dé tá fi ṣẹ̀dá ẹ wálé ayé? Number one, you don't need to argue that you're a leader. No, so you have to put it on, you have to wear the crown of that leadership now. Regardless of where you work, regardless of how many bosses you have. As a matter of fact, anytime you have a responsibility to lead something, no matter how little it is, you are a leader on that. As a matter of fact, office ọ̀gá ìwọ ló ń gbà. Ìwọ ni leader office àti ìgbálẹ̀ ibẹ̀ yẹn. Ṣé wàá jẹ́ kí ọ̀gá ẹ mọ̀ pé ìgbà tẹ́ni ń gbálẹ̀? Ṣé wàá gbà pẹ̀lú dignity? Ṣé wàá gbà pẹ̀lú tàdúrà pé gbogbo ẹni tó bá máa wọ bí pé ọlá pé mo wà ń bí sẹ́ẹ̀? Ṣé wàá ṣe tọkàntọkàn? Because the world we all live in gives us reward regardless of any other reward the earth might give us based on what we do. A lot of people don't know all of these things. So you must comprehend that you are a born leader. You were born a leader. You were not born a follower. A lot of people were following you. They want to take the baton from you. They want to see who will meet the egg first. The egg was the prize. You met the egg first from the womb. You met with the egg first. And that is why you are. That is why you are a being. That is why you're living. You were the first person to meet with the egg. Ìwọ ló kọ́kọ́ pàdé ẹyin. Ẹyin náà tó sọ ẹ́ di ènìyàn lẹ́nu. Ìwọ ló kọ́kọ́ pàdé ẹ̀. Ìwọ ni. Àtìgbà yẹn láti fún ẹ ní oríṣiríṣi responsibility. Àtìgbà yẹn láti ní tó bá ti délé ayé. Míyàn gbogbogbò. Ó máa ń dàbí pé regardless of which home tán bí ẹ sí, ìyá ò jẹ́ olóògbé tani teacher ẹ. Sometimes somebody came to my house in Turkey and said, Ambassador, kí ló tẹ́ ra mọ́tò fáwọn ọmọ yín kọ́ máa gbé lọ sí school? Mo ní the only struggle tó ń ṣe náà ni pé kan wo time tí bọ́ọ̀sì máa dé kan check 3 bus stop ló wà ní street mi ní Turkey. 3 bus stop ó dẹ̀ ti ní time. So ìyẹn náà tún ti le fún wọn. No, let them enter train. Tó bá gbà mí ọmọ àsùn gbàgbé ọmọ gbogbo wọn kọjá kan bọ́ọ̀lẹ̀ kan wọ̀ mí tó máa gbé wọn dé bus stop. Let them also small. Because a lot of people will say, wapampa. At the end of the day, ọmọ yẹn gan ní sense láti maintain nǹkan tó bá dálẹ̀. We, all of us, Nigerians, Africans, every single one of us, we are leaders. So, now that you are a leader, what are you doing to fix that area to lead in? To bang be in one room, ọ̀gá ni ẹ̀ ń bẹ̀. Ìwọ ló ní domain yẹn now. Kódà kó má jẹ́ a room standard, ìwọ ló ní bẹ̀ yẹn. As a leadership, my PA said something. Mo wá dìímú, mo fẹ́ lọ sí ọ̀rọ̀ PA mi báyìí. Ó ní servant leadership. Ṣé wọ́n dá ẹ as leader láti inú oyún pé kó wá di arrogant leader ni? Àbí nítorí kan náà ṣe dá ẹ? Torí pé kò lè sin àwọn ènìyàn ni. Oore ńlá ó wà nínú sínsìn ènìyàn. Whether wọ́n fún ẹ ní nǹkan tó tọ́ sí ẹ àbí wọn ò fún ẹ, àṣírí ilé ayé, àṣírí àwọn tó ti garí ni pé wọ́n sin ènìyàn. Servant leadership. Leadership by example. You know, you must understand all of these things. Ìdí tá ṣe dá ẹ. Now, all Nigerians that you are all waiting for one leader that will lead us right. You are the leader. If everyone living in a compound, you are a leader, and every leader comes together and say, let us not watch clothes here because of the little kids, so that one ní yọ̀ ṣubú, ìwọ ibi tó ti ní kọ́ máa ti fọṣọ yẹn, ibẹ̀ ni wọ́n lọ gbáṣọ sí tó lọ ń fọṣọ. Pé you are not building the nation. You hate our society because tó bá lọ fọṣọ ń bẹ̀ tíbẹ̀ ẹ bá yọ̀yàn ṣubú torí ọmọ yẹn bá gbálẹ̀, at the end of the day ó ti create a problem nìyẹn. So what are we talking about? We're talking about us understanding that, understanding it from the roots, and knowing fully well that we all have something to do in contributing to our father's land in nation building. Èní, our guest speaker, motivator, wọ́n sọ pé leadership. Wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan. Ṣé rí orí leader yẹn ni mo wà because tí máa ní kí n lọ sórí integrity, a lè má kúrò bíbá lẹ́nu. Because the global cluster is ready to actually take you tete and tay and connect you with the right people. People are buying into the vision, and some people that normally they charge for something, they stop charging. They said, you're making sense, ambassador. Monique la fait charge for la fait ko lo sono. Kini kí n tó wá sọ̀rọ̀ bí báyìí, ó gbọ́dọ̀ fún mi ní nǹkan kan, ó gbọ́dọ̀ fún mi tó bá fún mi lówó náà tán kan. The joy of having money is in using it to put smile on people's face. How do you feel when you put smile on people's face? How do you feel? I was watching something on the social media yesterday. One guy who wà nínú mọ́tò ẹ̀, ó kàn lọ ra bag, ó dẹ̀ ra bàtà, ó dẹ̀ wọ ọmọ kan tó yẹ pé bag tó ń gbé lọ sí school ò dáa, bàtà ẹ̀ ò dáa, ó dẹ̀ pẹ̀ ọmọ yẹn, ó dẹ̀ ní kó wá, ó dẹ̀ fún ọmọ yẹn, ó dẹ̀ ní bag tó ń gbé lọ school yóò dáa, gba bag tuntun, take a new bag and ó yá bọ́ bàtà yẹn lẹ̀ kó sí bí kan, gba bàtà tuntun. Ọmọ yẹn dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní rẹ́rìn, ẹ̀rín gba ẹnu ọmọ yẹn kan, gbogbo everybody dúró báyìí wọ́n ń wo ọmọ yẹn. Ọmọ yẹn dẹ̀ kó báàgì àtijọ́ àti bàtà àtijọ́ dẹ̀ kó lọ. And that is what we're talking about. We should all know that the reason why a lot of resources is channeled to you, the reason why you are leading where you were right now, is because so that you can impact others. Why is it that I have so many things on my head? Why is it that I have capacity to do so many things? Why is it that I talk the way I talk? Who gave me the understanding to know that I was born, I was a leader, I was number one? How did all of these things come back? Is as a result of the reason and the purpose why I am on earth. Why you are on earth. Oh, security man ni me, me they not regard organogram office. The security man is the list of the organogram. Excuse me. Do you know that the lives of every human being in that place is in your hands? We have had so many stories. If you did not secure well, do you understand? Ambush can come to the ones leading in the house. Everybody needs to put themselves to know that that security post, you are the leader. That is a place you've been given a responsibility. Everybody should know that work, because you're leading, you're keeping lives. A lot of times we give attention to some things and pay less attention to ourselves. As a leader, we must pay more attention to ourselves. And I will be ending from here. And I want to bring to your subconsciousness to know that we are tenants on earth. Every living human being, we are all tenants, regardless of what we have. As a matter of fact, the gadget we are using is a permanent landlord on earth than us, the human being. The phone, the laptop, the bed you're sleeping on, the money you have in your bank account. Do you remember? The same money Tabiola no Ulashi no. We, the human being, we are tenants. Late General Muhammad Buhari, what is the late? That only Leni Daura, only farm, only moto, only ilé ni abroad, only Leni Kaduna. Gbogbo nǹkan tó ní èwo ló kó lọ ńbẹ̀ o. Ẹ rí pé tẹ́ bá lọ wo ìwò yẹn gan wọ́n make it narrow. Wọ́n kàn ra sọ síbẹ̀ ni. Wọ́n dẹ̀ dá yẹ̀pẹ̀ lé lórí. That should send a lot of signal to every one of us. Kò sẹ́ni tó máa jù sáyé now. Regardless of your position, regardless of who you are, regardless of where you're from, kò sẹ́ni tó máa jù sáyé. Nobody tó máa jù sáyé. Mama Liva, you're welcome. You need to join. You're in the UK now. You need to join the UK cluster. So connect with Michael Gbenga Oshin and travel with Grace and Master Jean. All right. Yes, ma'am. So you're welcome. So so what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say to everyone listening here today is that we need to bring these things to our subconsciousness, and we need to take it easy. Let's take it easy. Let's take it easy. We're talking about leadership, and we're talking about the ingredient of leadership. But today, I just want you to take it home that we are all leaders. So therefore, because we are all leaders, we were born leaders from the womb, we were made leaders. When we were not, nobody knows when you, do you know when you were a sperm? Nobody knows. As a matter of fact, you start gaining consciousness maybe at 2, 3, like that, of yourself. You start understanding who you are from where 2 years or 1.5 years, as the case may be, depending on how sharp you may be or something. So nobody knows that. So you were born leader, you led from the womb, and that is why you'll be. Then start asking questions. Start asking questions. Start identifying your area of energy. Start building yourself in the area of inborn energy. You understand? Let your purpose, anytime they cut you, let your purpose start bleeding out. Your purpose will not bleed out until you discover it and develop it. You must identify yourself. And you have the honors of fixing yourself first. Let every Nigerians go and fix themselves. Nigeria will be fixed. And that is why we have created the Global Cluster Platform. The essence of the Global Cluster Platform is that let us all try as much as possible to submit our knowledge, our information, and our connection. Look at us here now. Maybe we are like 10 people, a cluster of 10. If you all come together and submit knowledge, information, and connection. Now, let's assume my knowledge that I have all this while has not been helping me the way it's supposed to help me. And I look at motivator. Iru knowledge will learn low, iru information will learn low, iru connection will learn low. And he submitted it, and I look at it and I say, what I'm paying, iru knowledge tell me low. Tí gbe mi débi tó yẹ kó gbe mi dé, jẹ́ drop wẹ̀, jẹ́ pick, jẹ́ ya knowledge motivator low. Travel with grace. Iru knowledge wo lẹ lò tẹ́ fi débi tẹ́ dé. Àǹtí yìí knowledge tó máa lóore, information tó lóore, àwọn connection tó lóore. Ó jẹ́ kí n mú díẹ̀ náà nù bẹ̀yẹ. Ẹ rántí pé mo ti mú lọ́dọ̀ motivator, mo ti mú lọ́dọ̀ travel with grace. Mo tún wo Master Gini. Báwo ni? Iru knowledge wo lo lò? Iru information wo lo lò? Iru connection wo lo lò? Tó fi débi tó dé. Yẹn náà ó submit títí ẹ̀. Mo tún mú díẹ̀ nù ẹ̀. Mo tún wo Mommy Lever yìí. Iru knowledge wo lẹ lò? Iru information wo lẹ lò? Iru connection wo lẹ lò? Mo mú bẹ̀, mo mú lọ́dọ̀ Sky, mo mú lọ́dọ̀ Colonel Gbenga Oshin. Then àwọn náà fún ara wọn. Colonel Oshin, kindly mute yourself, sir. There is a feedback from your end. So you can see that I've been able to pick from everybody's knowledge, and it will now be that when people now see me, they will say, ó mà mọ̀ ṣe ó gbọ́n. Wọ́n mọ̀ pé ọgbọ́n ọlọ́gbọ́n ò ní mo fi ṣọgbọ́n. Ọgbọ́n tí mo gbà lọ́wọ́ Colonel Oshin, tí mo gbà lọ́wọ́ motivator, tí mo gbà lọ́wọ́ travel with grace, tí mo gbà lọ́wọ́ Master Gini, ló mo wà lọ́wọ́ Mommy Lever, tí mo gbà lọ́wọ́ Sky, òun mo fi ń ṣọgbọ́n. Òun mo fi ń ṣọgbọ́n. So ọmọ wa wà pé ọ̀bọ yẹn wise gan ni ṣá, ọpọlọ ẹ̀ pọ̀ gan, ikọ̀ ẹ̀ pọ̀ gan. Oni ẹni tó bá fọpọ ọlọ́gbọ́n ṣọgbọ́n, mo ní kò kí n jẹ́ kí èèyàn pàgbà ní wíìrì. Yorùbá ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o. So why am I saying this? I'm saying this because, do you know this our cluster of 10 can be duplicated in 1 billion places across the globe. We can replicate this cluster of 10. The same thing, motivator, look at what is doing. The one that is working, the one that is not working, pick from me, pick from Oshin, pick from Sky, pick from this thing. I don't know. On Droton. The same thing, Mommy Lever no shit here, no bad. The same thing, travel with grace. The same thing, my PA Sky did our own. The same thing, Mommy Jack on our own shit one. I get everybody you pick from, you know, everybody. You look at what you're doing. That is not working. And that is why all of our meetings are very strategic. You understand? I don't know how it was inspired, but I just feel that it was from the abundance of love for people to have an enabling environment. I like to create an environment that is safe for myself. I like to be in an environment that, you know, you will not be thinking that, well, I like to be free. So, and that is why I like to empower people. I'm ready. I'm ready to give it for free. Yes, I'm ready to give it for free because at Koda phone méjèèjì tí mò ń lò yìí èrè ló jẹ́ fún mi. you know, phone 15 Pro Max àti Android Huawei èrè ni, laptop mi èrè ni, mọ́tò tí mo gùn èrè ni, ilé tí mo ń gbé èrè ni, ọmọ tí mo bí èrè ni, ìyàwó tí mo fẹ́ èrè ni gbogbo ẹ̀ jẹ́. Àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ gidi tí mo ní èrè ni. Ọlọ́run tún wò mí, ó tún fún mi ní good PA, èrè ni. Èrè ilé ayé ni. Yes, èrè ilé ayé ni. Ilé ayé ni. And ilé ayé ọjà ni. Gbogbo àwa náà ni. So we should all understand this. Now, coming to nation building and the place of leadership. Now that we all know that we are all leaders, okay, Shama, can we all lead well? What Ibolomatoko better leadership well? Your leadership starts from your life. Ilé ayé ti tiẹ̀ ló máa kọ́kọ́ lead dáadáa. Some people will go on social media, start blaming one person, start blaming second person, start blaming third person. Have you led your life well? The leadership we're talking about starts from you. Fix yourself. Operation Fix Your Life. Pẹ̀lú báyìí sọ pé gbogbo ẹ̀rí bó ṣe rí. Àwọn kan ṣì wà tó jẹ́ pé bó ṣe wà yẹn. Ọlọ́mọ ìkárí kò ṣe dáadáa. Tí nǹkan bá fi bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ sílẹ̀ fún wọn sìn, wọ́n máa ráwọn èèyàn gbé wọn. Inú wọn lèmi wà, Adékúnlé Badmus. I'll tell you. Àwọn èèyàn máa gbé ẹ ṣáá ni. Wọ́n máa Badmus ò tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ò lè lọ lẹ́sẹ̀ nígbà. We no go gree. Say make you go down. Have you built your capacity up to that level? If you have not built it, start building it. And it's not too late to build. I can tell you that. It is never too late. I don't want to know your age. Kentucky Fried Chicken started building 63 years old. It's not too late for anybody to start building. Fix your life. Go and that àlàyé sọ̀rọ̀ certificate sàbí nǹkan kan. As a matter of fact, gbogbo ẹni tó wà níbí gbogbo yín la fẹ́ kẹ́ ní farm. We want everybody here to own a farm. Somebody came to this. A preacher was saying, people are hungry. People are hungry. You have a congregation. Tell everybody to go to farm and start farming. It's not. You don't need to be talking about things. We need to act. Everybody acquire a skill. Everybody start farming. Ebi ò lè pa wá. Amama exchange skill wa. Èmi lówó mo need èèyàn tó máa bá mi drive. Tí má dẹ̀ fún, tí má dọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀ bá mi drive, máa fún lówó. Everyday gan máa fún tip. You know, guess what? I said, tó bá wà nílé ayé, let's say something go down for you, tó ní èèyàn. The first thing that you must build is social capital. How strong is the whole social capital? So you must fix yourself. Fix your life. Kí ni mo fẹ́ máa ṣe tí mo fẹ́ sọ dowó? Irú knowledge wo ló mo fẹ́ acquire tó lè dowó fún mi? Irú information wo? Irú expertise wo? Irú skill wo ni kí n mọ̀ tó lè di nǹkan fún mi? Báwo náà ṣe ń hùwà láàrin àwọn èèyàn? Báwo làwọn èèyàn, kí làwọn èèyàn máa gbọ́ lẹ́nu ẹ̀ tó máa wò pé mo fẹ́ kẹ́ni dọ̀rẹ́ mi? Tẹ́ni bá dọ̀rẹ́ mi, mo mọ̀ pé ó ń lọ síbi tó dáa, a máa jọ lọ bẹ̀. Wọ́n máa ní kíyàn wo ọ̀rẹ́ márùn-ún tíyàn máa ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ lójoojúmọ́. Tó bá rí pé wọ́n ń lọ síbi tó dáa, ìwọ náà máa lọ síbi tó dáa. Tó bá àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ tó bá lọ síbi tó dáa, tó bá rí pé entity ó jìnnà sí wọn o, you are the sixth person. Tó bá máa jẹ́ billionaire, you are the sixth one. So what are we trying to say in a nutshell? We are all leaders. We got to fix ourselves. Check yourself. Check yourself. This is the Global Clusters. It's a platform where we mine and produce accurate and quality leaders, accurate and quality professionals, accurate and quality technocrats, and accurate and quality entrepreneurs. And the essence of it is for nation building purpose. And we believe that this team, gbogbo wa tá wà níbí, àwa ni Ọlọ́run gbé orílẹ̀-èdè wa lé lọ́wọ́. We are about here. The destiny of our nation, the destiny of our life, ọwọ́ wa ló wà. Ọwọ́ èmi àti àwọn tájọ wà níbí àtàwọn tó máa gbọ́. Bóyá ìwọ o sínú live stream yìí, o fẹ́ gbọ́ kíní later lórí YouTube, lórí Facebook, lórí TikTok ní, àbí lórí Instagram. So bó bá ti ń gbọ́, you should understand the fact that you were born a leader. You led from heaven. So because you led from heaven, then you should realize your purpose. And when you realize your purpose, you should realize, okay, kí ló dé tó fi dá mi ná? Why tí mo ṣe wà láyé? And you should realize that the fact that you must build yourself to be relevant on earth. Ìwọ ló ní gbà kí nǹkan kan ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ẹ o. Ìwọ ló ní gbà kí anything, kẹ́ni aburú kan ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ẹ. You fight it. When I did my surgery, I did surgery this January, and the doctor told me that kí n máa ṣe exercise, kí n rìn, kí n jáde, kí n rìn. It was difficult to walk. Everybody, gbogbo ara ló ń dùn mí, but mo gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe é because mo fẹ́ live. Tó bá ṣe anesthesia lára èèyàn, tó bá fi àwọn abẹ́rẹ́ yẹn sí ara èèyàn máa ń, àwọn tó bá ti ṣe surgery tán, they take you to an intensive care unit where they are checking your BP every like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, depending on how they test it. Tó ṣe ṣe 6 hours surgery tó bá yìí, mo jí ni o. Mo jí, mo ní in life mo ṣe wà yìí because I'm a restless person. Mo jí straight. So which connotes pé kò tí ìyá ti máa lọ nìyẹn. And you know, when you have done your best on earth, I just want to push this vision to be transgenerational, and I'll be rounding up with this. Clusterians, there's an opportunity for us. A company in the US, a US technology, has adopted us to be their market platform, sales and marketing platform. They are into energy. You know, the up and down of electricity. Only jango tó ń fa tí kìíní fi ń kú náà nìyẹn. Gbogbo àwọn internet wa tó máa lọ, tó máa tún dé, tó máa lọ, tó máa tún dé. Ó lè jẹ́ a glimpse of electricity. Bóyá ó sáré lọ, kó tó tàn gen, kó tó power station yìí. Gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tó ń fà náà ni. So, so we, amen. In Jesus' name. So now we have been nominated. This company have adopted us to sell their energy, steel to energy. My PA was in the meeting, and I need every clusterian here. You should send me your email. Let me forward the thing to you. It's for the community. It's the community that they will give commission to. Again, a co-hotel has adopted us. Their December program, they've said we should help them to sell. I was talking to the director of sales and marketing. Only I want to be, as a matter of fact, more than 150 families to book already for December. So I offer full community based on our vision, because we want to use the global cluster to empower every young person on earth. You understand? So said they will give us commission. So we sell for people, and they give us commission for selling. And we have been able to seal another deal with CSS Farm. They are very big, and we'll be establishing so that we can create jobs, so more jobs for people. So all of these opportunities are there for people, among many others. If you know you have passion for properties, you have passion for any form of work, when you come to the global cluster, we will identify a giant. Giants locally or globally, regardless of if you talk about what, and they will be ready to give you the right support. And that is what the global cluster is all about. Today is security talk, with retired Colonel Michael Gbenga Oshin. And I want to beg everyone that will listen to what I'm saying. Please, this man that is the host of today's program, Ejo Ebami Biwasi, Nigeria. I want someone that will say, I own a security company. I need one expert to head my security company. His capacity is, it can be the MD of that security company, and your security company has won a jackpot for having retired Sir Colonel Michael Gbenga Oshin as your MD. You understand? If you have him as your MD, give him accommodation, give him everything, and look at how he's going to transform your company. He is the 001 global security cluster of the global clusters. You see how he's going to transform. If we wait for some time, that battery, I'll just call like 5 or 10 clusterians who will come together and we'll form one and we'll bring him down, just to let you know. But we want someone to take the glory by bringing him, giving him a soft landing in our father's land. He's ready to come and start an academy, start so many things, initiate so many things. Remember, he's not going to be doing the work alone. He has a whole community of technocrats, of leaders, of professionals, of entrepreneurs behind him. He has it. So he has a lot of people behind him. And, he has a lot of great minds behind him, and he's not alone. So he should come to that realization. We want to bring him home. You understand? He's ready to use all the training the British government, if one ready to implement it. But discover one ready to implement it. He is the son of the soil and he's ready to serve. He is ready, ever ready to serve. Having said that, I want other people to contribute. I believe you have learned one or two things from what I've said, but the change we all crave for, you are the investment. You are a leader. Not because somebody call you to be a leader, because it's your being. It's what you just find that you came first. You were not even conscious of how you were running when you were just a sperm to fertilize an egg. So thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you, the 001 Global Mind, the Global Security Cluster of the Global Clusters. Thank you, our guest speaker motivator. And I want to appreciate everyone that has contributed today. Travel with Grace, thank you very much. My PS, Sky, over, thank you. Master Genie, the 002 Certificate Revolution. I appreciate everything you've been doing. Tennessee, thank you. And everyone on the stream here, thank you very much. Thank you, everyone that will be watching and intending clusterians. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you. Bye.
Well, what can I say? As always, the boss has spoken. And if we're going to take anything away from what he's saying, it really is a call to action. It's a call to action for everyone. And we really need to take this serious. Not just because of the fact that I'm hosting today and I'm looking for more and more people to come in, but for the fact that
with what the global clusters is offering. You know, it's an open door for everyone to jump in, you know, and put their 10 cents worth in, you know, and let's go about making Africa great again. Today, I might close it down a little earlier than usual, because there's a lot of activity going on. But before we go, I would like to hear from Mama Lever World, because I don't think I've heard from her before. So if, like, in about 5 or 10 minutes, you know, just give us a little nugget from yourself, just to motivate us for this week. So over to you, Mama Lever World.
All right. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Mama Lever. I just want to let all of us to understand one